So on the Senate side, I did another study where what I wanted to know there, so whereas on the House side, I basically followed legislation through the different phases. On the Senate side, I wanted to focus more on, as a senator, I have the responsibility for an entire state. So would that mean that there's going to be less difference among senators because everybody's got a lot to do being focused on an entire state? But I also have more leeway as an individual. In the House, your policy agenda is very focused on what is your committee assignment. And you can't really, as one of 435, influence a lot of areas outside of that committee assignment. But in the Senate, they get multiple committee assignments. And they can theoretically command more media attention and influence policy on a wider variety of things. So I wanted to see then, as a senator, would gender have more of an effect? Because now I can pursue policy interests in these areas if I want to in more areas, or should I see less of an effect because I have so much responsibility as one senator for the entire state? Maybe, my plate is too full. And what I generally saw was that, again, the women members were more interested in putting issues related to women, children, and family onto their policy agenda. So they would do more on these things. And some of that comes from their personal background, their lived experience. Some of that comes from the expectation of constituents or interest groups that thought that the women might be more approachable on a certain subject. When it came to issues related to things like sexual assault in the military, some of the advocacy groups would say, well, they expected that at that time, Kay Bailey Hutchison of Texas, that she might be more willing to meet with them. So it's a combination of their own interests, the expectation of constituents, the expectation of advocacy groups that led them to do more in this policy area.